All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start. Yeah,
I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. First carry for James Conner. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Ready? Kick the mic. 50 seconds the mic. Switch up, switch up.
2nd and 2. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
He's checking Hayward.
He'll drop to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. They'll drop to throw. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you're giving up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Nixon will try the right side. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped at his tracks at about the 3. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And Tate's got it. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out.
Now
they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now Joe Mixon. Sean Davis that time on the tackle. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch them?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
2nd and 5. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. A Bengal 1st down on a 16-yard pickup there.
I'm not working,
a couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come on 1st and 10. This is Mixon. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
Here we go.
I learned a little defense.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
That's close. Like that stuff was horrible.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Yeah.
From the gun, Love. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off. And it proved fruitful to get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 1st touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Love. He's got his man, Boyd.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, Johnson. Fights through at the 5. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Dancing to his left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Just like that.
They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right.
I thought them niggas seen this down.
Deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Bengals drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Love. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
To throw on third down. Love. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The Bengals bring out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
Come on now, let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Screen pass to Connor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. On the run is Connor. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Love eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
50 seconds to mine. I'm going back to you.
He'll look to throw. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
That's going to be caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT. Yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Hey, come on, come on,
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Mixon looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Connor. And an alley to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to throw here. He gets this one to Johnson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as... And coughed it up, and the Bengals have recovered it. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Switzer on the return. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Sam Hubbard able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'll drop the throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Bengals have recovered it.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Mixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A gain there of 21 yards. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. Mixon with it. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back.
I hit your boy, he hit me up, not hit each other. I don't know what's going on. I throw him on. I be some be leaving, man. Gotta be working 7 o'clock today.
3rd and 10.
I hit him up on his phone, and everything, texting everything. I'm still watching the Ravens.
Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. On 4th down, Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And it's good. It makes it 22-7 now. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Oh, my goodness. I thought he'd peel off. Instead, he makes the fair catch at the 2-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Pittsburgh, they're into the win column for the third time this year as
today,
they get the victory.
today at noon.
And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll sink now to...
What's going on, yeah? Why wait? You said I got work. You said I'm at work. I can't play. Probably ain't gonna have to like put no down to go. Fakes. All the games almost done. Waiting on Udi game. So the last game we're waiting on is V Money Lean Boys, Udi and Wink. Mike Dog. I guess Mike Dog is the one over the Ravens.
Oh, them niggas hiding.
Got two. $24. And we know like 18 hours. We'll advance. Yeah, we'll advance at 6. Then we'll advance the next one at 8. Everybody active. They just got 2 users that don't play. Got the computer and they got Luna Bark. Facts. I'm a fucking bad beater. Yeah, nobody else got to do nothing. I can't wait. Your partner cry every game. He cry. Your partner. Just saying. I knew he was gonna cry once he play. Alright, so
That mother.
Dean was he wanted that's one. Mike Dog get the one. That rich dude. That rich dude cracked the head, bro. You ever leg boy? I forgot. Oh, Mike did the force over the Ravens, huh?
Yep.
Oh, we get fast tonight.
But I hit
Oh,
him
so
up
he get a
already.
first, huh?
But you ain't hit me up. I'm about to go to work. I'm gonna jump in the shower, man. It's 4:30 now.